Smashed.
Oh, Ego. It's gonna be an early brawl here. Ego already half HP though. Flicker is still in hand for Ego.
Okay, so already very, very aggressive at the start of the game. Looking at the emblems, nothing too crazy here. Everybody really just going for the standard. It's just Niall on the temporal ray, but that is also pretty normal on the Joy. I guess something we can point out is Roundel, who has chosen to go for lethal ignition here, which in the previous games we have been seeing more of the impure rages actually for the Faramis. Shows us that at least Roundel wants to be the one dealing some damage and maybe carrying the team fights.
Okay. So that's what we could be expecting in the early phase, especially.
Oh.
Looks like they are trading pretty well as well in the mid lane. Roundel is caught low a little bit because of that poke damage that Rince has. I mean, that's a Vexana for you. A little bit more range, a little bit more base damage. But Sutsujin already looking for the steal onto the camp, but Niall should be able to get it.
Ooh, whoa. Really fine already. Rhythm popped here, and that's going to be first blood. Sutsujin wasn't able to move that time because of the taunt.
That was very uncharacteristic from Sutsujin. Usually in the early game, he doesn't make those kind of gambles, but he decided to do so here. Niall, knowing how to punish, instantly did that.
It's a beautiful start. And I'm wondering, did you get a sneak peek into the emblems earlier on?
Literally just like the smallest amount of sneak peek. It's a sneaky sneak peek, you know? Because
Super
the fight
sneak.
just happened. But yeah, I guess we'll have to wait for the real emblems to show up again for now. What I want to point out is Skylar actually just rushing the warrior boots here on the Claude, knowing that he is in a weak side matchup against the Bruno. He's going to take a lot of punishment, and it's better to have that. But on the emblem, something interesting would be, I guess, the vitality for Ruby, for Edok. Also just going for more HP. The Wilderness Blessing as well. Nino actually walking up there. But yeah, other than that, nothing too crazy. Everything's pretty standard. Owen.
See here, Owen has the ult. Revitalize popped as well. No time. Perhaps that will be the ult wasted to jump back to his team. Oh, that's final slash from Dyron. Another round pops as well. Edok very low, flickers out, but that's Niall still securing the kill. Oh, Dyron jumping in, but that's going to be the retribution not being used. He used it earlier, so Alter Ego still wins on that trade.
Yeah, Ronald gets the turtle actually, and they did a really great job at zoning the members of RRQ, considering Edok not yet at a level 4. So there were not a lot of resources that RRQ had prepared to get into that fight. But also right from RRQ, they didn't overcommit either. So Alter Ego will still have control over this early portion of the game, and luckily enough, the Joy hasn't really been shut down.
Not yet, and actually it's the opposite. The Joy is online, not shut down. 2-0 very early on. You saw those win rates. Sutsujin standing at a 100% win rate. Last time it was an anime moment, literally, for the Fnatic Onyx versus RRQ match when he was on the Ling. And it is also a signature pick for Dyron this season. That is a lot of debut picks, by the way, for Owen, for Heiz, for Nino too on the Khalid. They've been doing work, man. Early after the losses last week, I guess they've just changed a lot, and the town prediction now will be shown, and hey, only one guy voted for Alter Ego.
Surprise, surprise, Bapurum. But wait a second, Niall gets caught low, still able to get out of there. Should be able to escape and be fine. But meanwhile, again, Alter Ego's playing very aggressively here.
Trying to pressure the purple, but it's going to be the taunt that locks Dyron down. Now that's an I'm offended. Another round popped as well. Alter Ego, great kiting. And I like their proactiveness so far.
This is a 3-0 for Alter Ego in the first 4 minutes. RRQ have not been able to retaliate.
So far, this has been a very different Alter Ego. Almost seems like it's a different team entirely. You were talking about how usually for Alter Ego, it's Niall doing the heavy lifting, but so far he's just been fed by the team. Owen reading it really well. Roundel making a lot of great maneuvers. Even Nino up here getting space for Niall. 2,000 gold lead, and Alter Ego are going to look to play for the next neutral objective. And Nino will be able to rotate. Darren's actually losing a lot of farm by chasing Nino like this.
He's getting baited! And it's working! And now, again, with the space, we can see that Alter Ego, they have a level lead over Sutsujin. This should be an advantage over for the three-face masks in this next upcoming fight.
Slowly but surely for RRQ, it's all about getting to those power spikes, and Skylar is still quite far. Nino
opening things up. That's 3 members spotted. Avatar to recover. Nino very low. That's going to be the taunt here, distracting Adara. That's a final slash on towards Owen, but the damage isn't there. Ego flickers out, Link top lane, trying to split push. Another round popped. Alter Ego, they fail to find a body, and that will be Alter Ego though, controlling the turtle.
It doesn't look like RRQ wanted to go for the contest anyway, right? I mean, that Blazing Duet was just to zone out the members to prevent more casualties from happening with this Lord take. So Tsujin was on the top side looking for a little bit more farm. They understood that in that 50-50 they would not stand a chance. Meanwhile, Dyron though,
He knows Owen's low, and that will be the damage coming through. Owen revitalizes, save his life. Alter Ego still holding on Owen. Is it there and survive that onslaught?
Boys, girls,
Ladies
what
and
is
gentlemen.
this? Alter Ego are playing like an entirely different team. Man, this is impressive stuff. Owen has improved so much in the span of a week. Oh man, now things are getting interesting. Again, RRQ haven't secured upper brackets just yet, guys, and Alter Ego have a chance to actually take it away from them, that chance. Sarlium Scythe, first item, quick Nile build here. Also, the Haas Claws already building towards the Berserker's Fury for Highs. So he's about to hit that power spike. Meanwhile, Skylar is actually just a bit below. Meanwhile, though, like I said, the fact that earlier on, oh my damage. Whoa. The fact that Nino was able to clear the wave, cut the wave, and then look for, a fight, he baited Dyron so much.
I'm offended, terrified, Eternal's Guard, Blazing Duet, everything to shut Nino down. And that will be RRQ claiming their first kill.
that's literally their first trade. In terms of objectives, in terms of everything, right? The kill onto Nino, and it's on Nino.
Yeah, it's on Nino. It's an okay trade to take, especially if you trade it with a turret for Alter Ego. The fact that they had to throw all their members down below, okay, at least they get a turret here. That makes it, again, good for RRQ. But for Alter Ego, even Dyron is behind of Nino. 2 levels in the XP lane because Dyron has been focused more on just going on Nino instead of soaking in these waves. Meanwhile, Nino, he's been cutting the waves real good on the Khalid. So again, with this level lead, it puts RRQ in a tough spot because RRQ are not just going to be behind in terms of money, but they're also going to be behind in XP. And I think for the early game, the XP is what matters more. You get more of that scaling for every one of your heroes. Even Owen actually is level 8. He's the same level as Dyron.
However, so Tsujin has caught up on farm. They're both at level 12 right now. But again, RRQ, wait. This might be the time that they look for the contest. We can see this with Tsujin is rotating towards this turtle. Let's see the setup.
Dyron trying to hold and sandbags, getting Nile, finding the retribution, the final slash, finds 3. Nino on the backside, isolating members. Edok very low. Avatar trying to close the gap, but with the flicker, Edok is able to find space. Only Dyron, the sole casualty, that fight.
This is a 3,600 gold lead now for Alter Ego, and they're going to be picking up another mid-tier turret. Wait a second, Nino.
Skylar Blazing Duet. And that will be all Alter Ego, man. They're a machine this game.
Truly are. Owen.
A-okay.
That was a pretty good secure from Skylar. Still able to get the orange buff, but Alter Ego have been able to match RRQ in every department. In the team fights, they've been winning. In the neutral objective battles, they've been winning. The trades that RRQ have always been able to get away with, so far hasn't really been working out for them. They get a turret, but Alter Ego get more every single time. This full, bulky composition has been working really well for them, and now Dyron's really caught a bit.
Well, take a look at Highs there. Just free-hitting members. Dyron going to the first casualty. Rin's very low. Eternal's Guard popped as well. Owen jumps in, and that will be Rin's taken down. Nile again just nailing members of RRQ.
3-0-2 right now. Never mind you ban out all his comfortable heroes. Even on the Joy, he has been able to perform so far. It's a 5,000 goal lead from Alter Ego. They're 6th place. This has been a really rough season for them against RRQ at number 1.
What has changed for Alter Ego? Oh, Nile in a 1v1 against Tsujin.
One is there though.
Okay.
That would be just a clear.
You know what's changed?
What?
Coaching staff.
Oh, Sutsujin.
Opposite blade, Roundo actually caught. Has the passive though, but Sutsujin will fall to the balls of Highs. And that will be Alter Ego responding. No retribution from RRQ.
And look at the map. Nothing has changed. Roundo died? No. He has the passive Ego.
Exactly, son. Revitalize and not save his life.
Whoa.
Surely! Oh my goodness! NetherRealm Clutch wins though. Will have the final say, and Alter Ego still able to have more control of the Lord, of course.
What is this? Owen just outplayed Skylar. RRQ. Wow, Roundo on the Faramis 2 coming in clutch. That was crazy. Alter Ego are online, folks, and Rinse.
Oh,
no. He doesn't know.
My goodness, Nino deals a lot of damage.
Whew.
And that's just on the Thunderbelt. That's just on the Thunderbelt and Concussive Blast. Sutsujin somehow still able to match that farming speed of Niall, but now they're both at level 15, but the big boy Lord is on the hands of Alter Ego. And for RRQ, their power spikes are not hitting fast enough. Only now does Skylar have the 3-item power spike, and at this point, it's going to take more than those 3 attack speed items for him to dish out damage towards Owen and Nino. He's gonna have the Malefic Roar, and maybe even the Windtalker to get more attack speed. Because Nino, right now, he only has to steal leg plates actually when it comes to physical defense. I guess they're just playing to deal more damage than RRQ.
And it has been working out, right? He's able to sustain through his skills, not getting caught out too much. He's only died once in this game. But this Lord is going to be cleared out with very minimal casualties. The inhibitor turret still stands strong for RRQ as they live to fight another day, but it's still a 6,000 gold lead for Alter Ego.
Slow for Alter Ego. After getting that Lord, after getting the tier 2 in the mid lane, they really don't need to push anything right now. They can play with the freeze, slowly but surely build their, again, freeze is up for the next Lord. And for RRQ, they might honestly have to give this away. That is too much pressure from Alter Ego. 3 tier 2 down below. Divine Glaive now for Niall. Sutsujin is actually ahead of Niall, by the way, despite him being down 2 deaths. No purple buff. But what is he going for now, Niall? Is he going for Blood Wings too? Is he? He's okay. And that's a win in nature already, so yeah. This is going to be real tough for RRQ. Sutsujin and Skylar won't have the same amount of pressure now that Heinz already has that win in nature. And he already has insane healing with the Haas Claws, lifesteal. Alter Ego are literally just out-sustaining RRQ, and in the burst department, they are also out-damaging RRQ for now.
There you go. Niall securing the Blood Wings.
So that was what he was building towards, the Blood Wings. And that's a lot for Sutsujin. Still confident that he can assassinate some of these members if he gets those 4 blades.
I mean, he is doing the heavy lifting right now, right? It does make sense that that he is catching up on the farm because he's the one who is forced to go clear all these side lanes, right? There's so much pressure on his shoulders with RRQ unable to look for that snowball from the early portion of the game. Sutsujin now has to fall onto plan B, which is lane split push.
The lane split push should be able to be dealt with because for Alter Ego, luckily for them, it's the close lane to the Lord. That is the lane that Sutsujin has decided to push because Alter Ego has continuously just put so much attention into the bottom lane, clear out that far lane. And now with an advantage, this is a 6,000 gold lead. They should have the advantage when it comes to fights, yeah, especially with Sutsujin. Having no purple buff, Dino. Oh, man.
That was so close.
Seems like they're going to be able to find the Lord comfortably. Alter Ego on hot force on towards a fight just yet. Still, 6,000 gold lead.
Skylar gets a turret. At least they are able to get some trades going for them. And it's a purple buff for Sutsujin. So there is still a chance that they actually defend these Lords. Maybe this time, though, they are going to be losing more than just tier 2s. They should lose a base turret, at least one. But looking at how Sutsujin has been able to just put the side lane pressure on Alter Ego, they might not lose a single base turret. Wow, Sutsujin.
Heavy lifting again.
That's an armor friend connecting on towards Owen. Revitalized pops a final slash. Wow, whiplashing Owen to his death. Lord still stands. Charge! charge! Blazing Duet, Wind of Nature finds one member, Tempest of Blade. Purify will save you, no more highs at Sutsujin. The gold-blooded killer finds the double.
That was so well played by the Kings of Kings. What was that?
That was just composure. Ganim said it best. Ice cold, stone cold killer. Mr. Sutsujin farming the entire time, getting to the BOD, and now dismantling them. Skylar as well, making the play, the sacrificial play that we never see from Skylar last season. Sutsujin though,
Trouble, now is there, dealing a lot of damage. Oh, good cancellation on towards that member, but now Winner's Crown, will he be saved? No, Sutsujin claims the killing streak 1 for 1.
Yeah, but Heiss was also caught in the process. Oh man, this is, what was the gold lead that Alter Ego held on to earlier on? What, 5K?
6K.
6K? It's 1.8K now, just on the back foot of that play. Sutsujin going in for the split push, and then Skylar, it was a really great play from Edok as well with the I'm Offended to start things off. Beautifully done, very, very systematic, I would say, from RRQ to defend this.
and I have to say again, man, Skylar making that play to just Blazing Duet forward, knowing full well Heiss has a Wind of Nature. That was a play to set up for Sutsujin. Last season, you would never see that from Skylar. It was a team setting up for him. Owen.
I'm offended is there. Ooh, the combination. Netherrealm pot. Avatar doll will be spent. Sutsujin from the flank secures Owen. And now they're on the offense.
A man down now. Alter Ego on the defense. The tides have swapped. The tables have turned, and it looks like RRQ are the ones that are setting up for the Lord instead of Alter Ego, who are holding on to the early game up until the 15-minute point.
Remember what I said, man. RRQ, their power spikes haven't hit yet in the previous team fights, and they will need Skylar to get Windtalker and Melfic Roar before they can start dealing damage to Alter Ego. And take a look at those items. He has the items. Take a look at Ling. Sutsujin, he was down a few kills, down on Nile, and still he was ahead of Nile when it comes to farm. And now he is online.
That's going to be the first neutral objective for the Kings of Kings. Let's say Alter Ego. How will they handle the situation?
If RRQ wins this game, it's not quantity, it's quality, right? 0 neutral objectives, that was their first. And yet this is the situation that has been handed to Alter Ego. How do Alter Ego bounce back from this with everyone from RRQ hitting that power spike?
You want me to say it again, like I said in the RBL game, game 2 before the comeback?
Big yikes.
They don't have good clear, guys. This is a Khalid, Gatot Kacha. I mean, the Bruno is pretty okay, but then the Faramis comes in, and yeah, you're able to burst one wave. But then, like, these are going to be 3 waves coming down, and look at RRQ's composition. They have very good ways to try to pick, to force you and zone you away. And on top of that, that's the layering of CC that they have.
Oh, luckily it did not connect. That I'm offended, but the Lord taking down the base third top lane, mid down as well. It's going to be Alter Ego full defense. Final Slash did not connect as well. Alter Ego, is this the green light? Lord needs to be taken care of. A wave in the mid lane and crashing down as well. Alter Ego staying composed as they manage to save the bottom side turret.
Yet that's still 2 inhibitor turrets that have been handed over to RRQ. That's the base exposed, and I don't know if it's still possible, but luckily for Alter Ego, the inhibitor turret that they lose is on the same side as the Lord spawning. But can Clut still go for that rush? That split push rush into the base? Is that still a thing that is possible?
Yeah, I think it's possible. RRQ can make their own ways right now. At this point, it's Alter Ego that has to play RRQ's game. You have to talk about how RRQ now should be able to dictate the tempo where they fight. Man, look at the 4,000 gold lead. 4,000? Sutsujin has a 4,000 gold lead on Nile. Sutsujin was 1 and 2. Nile was 3 and 0. Jeez, Sutsujin, calm down. You're already the best jungler in ID, man. Come on. This guy is ridiculous, man. And again, the way that RRQ played it was they out-macroed Alter Ego, even though Alter Ego had the 6,000 gold lead, because unfortunately for Alter Ego, they did not have, or they don't have actually, anyone who can match Ling in the late game in the side lanes. And now this should be a purple buff take.
No alter ego, no response whatsoever.
Yeah, there you go. Darren picks up the purple buff,
Wow.
so Joy, Niall doesn't have that purple buff in, and Owen can only just take the beating here from the damage output of RRQ.
Yeah, and at this point, with a 4,000 gold lead leading towards RRQ, it gets to a point where RRQ, I think, outscales Alter Ego. Again, Alter Ego, the same game plan can be said for them that got them the 6,000 gold lead. They need to try to soak in damage, to soak in as much as possible for the layers, but Nino's coming in alone.
Oh my goodness, Nino, is this wise? Avatar finds the ring and rings. Skylar goes down. Dylan is going to be the next target as Edok will not survive. Immortality dropped. And Dylan is able to go away and duke it up, and Niall wants to secure it. Killing spree, Alter Ego. They have wiped RRQ out.
What happened? They can end here. What? Alter Ego.
The ultimate gatekeeper says you shall not pass. They strike first in this best of 3.
It turns out it was all just a bait. You asked Nino, is this wise? It turns out it was just a big setup for Owen to come in with everyone following up onto that play. Alter Ego, who would have thought?
It all came down to one moment. Before dying, on his last breath, Mans pressed the Raging Sandstorm button and got 4 and set up for the